Welcome to the Creative Sketchbook Club. So, how I imagine this is we are running around in our daily lives and we don't know the topics we want to make, what art we want to make, and I'm here to help you do just that. And today is the day one, and it's a quick one. So, this is what I'm planning to make. All you need is art supplies of color pencils. Now I'm using all colors that are warm, like we would call them. So I'm going to be using reds, purple, a little bit of orange and pinks. And you can also choose to do it with different colors. I just chose mine to be these. We're going to first start. I have a very plain basic notebook. These are my journals and they're actually available for sale. So if you want to, you can let me know more about them. What I'm doing is I'm going to just start with using 2 pages of the book just to increase the size. If you have a big book, you can use the big book. But if you have a small one, you can do something like what I am doing. And then I'm just creating a vase-like structure. Now, unlike what we are generally worried of, that the vase has to be equal, we don't have to be worried here. We just have to go with the flow, just have fun with it. We start off with filling our vase with art marks, and it can be marks of any kind. You can fill it with crayons if you have time in your hand. If you're doing something on a really quick time, then you can do what I'm doing. You could also just make lines like these. So there's really no rules to this. The idea of the Creative Sketchbook Club is just to make art on a regular basis and to be focused on the idea of creation more than the technicalities of it. So here you go. This is what I'm doing. I'm going ahead and filling the first 3 layers with a color pencil, and then I'm going in and I am kind of making lines around this. Once this is done, we start with our main flower, okay? So here I'm going to be making a simple flower. You can make of any kind of a flower. Okay, I don't want to put a name to it because then we just end up looking up, Googling it, how to make it. My idea is just to have fun with it, be as spontaneous with this as possible. I've made one here. I'm going to go ahead and make one here, as you see. And now I'm just going ahead and making some random leaves. And I'm going to fill that in as well. If you can see what I'm trying to do, I'm taking a next color pencil, filling the flower in somewhat, not much. Again, the idea is to use different marks to make something that is absolutely simple and easy, realistic to make. Sorry, unrealistic, like completely your style, not something that's specific, not something that needs to be copied. I made 2, 3 lines and I'm just adding in a few leaves. Think of something else you want to make. You don't have to really, like I said, we're not looking at creating something that's absolutely realistic. So you can have fun with it. I have these IKEA pencils, which I'm using to fill it in. And then I'm going to put a central piece here. We're just trying to make art and not try to getting into too much detailing. Now, every time you make something here or one side, try to make, if you're doing something like I'm doing, try to make something on the other side as well. It will just unconsciously balance your artwork. Because sometimes what we tend to do is we tend to make it heavy on one side more, which is also okay. But it's just the way you like it. But I just suggest if you're looking at, and now we're going to add some fun things. You could do more of them, you could do less of them. Do they have some relation to this particular bouquet? Not really. I just like the idea of adding them. And so I got to make them. But like I said, it doesn't have to mean anything. So now I made these circles and now I'm going to just go over on top and just add some lines. Yeah, just having some fun along here. Grass-like structures that I'm adding here. Leaves here as well. And finally, I'm going to take some orange and I'm going to add some leaf-like structures here as well. See, the point right now, what I'm thinking in my mind is that I want to fill this piece with organic shapes. And these organic shapes can be of any form. They can be in the form of leaves, flowers, or anything that you like, depending on the time you have. Like I said, it doesn't have to be for 1 hour, 2 hours. It can be 10 or 15 minutes, like I just showed, right? It doesn't have to take everything from your day to make some art. And and also you can like increase and decrease pressure of your work. That will also give a lot of interest in your work. It'll make things different and unique, and also some things a little more interesting, and they push them in different directions. See, that's how you build your art practice, by actually trying to do things differently, and you put certain limitations on yourself, and these limitations actually in turn help you to get more creative and build more artistic authenticity. And probably one of the reasons I can come up and make such kind of art in publicly is only because I like and I love this kind of art, and I really doesn't really bother me if most people don't like it, because I personally love and enjoy, and it gives me a certain set of satisfaction. So I'm kind of now putting in some details. You see how fun this is? And this can get like super fun if you just keep going with it. You can add extra. I'm actually deciding to add this because I have some time on my hand before I rush out. So I'm adding some details. Imagine them like a certain dark and light play. So I'm trying to do that. Kind of going on with the flow with this one, not worried on what I'm trying to do here. I continue to do this, and I'm not even bothered with the shape or the direction of it. Again, if you're doing this for the first time, you may find it difficult to do. So that at that point of time, support yourself and do things that you're comfortable doing rather than just doing it because you're trying to follow me. So do for the fun of it, not because I am telling you to do it. Okay, so this is the one for today. And a few things that I feel is probably I want to fill this in. So I'm going to fill it in with another shade. The pastels I'm using are different from the ones that which are generally available, that generally we use. These are called as soft pastels, and they give a very soft feel, look. They also tend to uh, stick to the sides of the paper. So you have to kind of fix it with a fixative spray. So, but in all, you don't have to fix it if you're just making it on a sketchbook. It's okay. This is just a fun practice to try and get comfortable with the idea of processing and making art in a more relaxed and fun way. So I think this is it. Um, There were almost two of them. This one I made before the class session, and this one I made during the session. I really enjoyed making this. I hope you enjoy following it as well. Tag me in the Creative Sketchbook Club if you decide to do this, and I hope you have a great time making some art today. Bye bye.